thought there was already a game going. So it's Seattle versus... Oh, this is gonna be... Oh, man. I don't know why it's not picking up. Well, let me tap out real quick. Auto. Are you gonna pick it up? What's gonna happen here? There it goes. Alright. So tonight's game will be the Seattle Seahawks versus the Tennessee Titans. Not much of a fan, but I will take, unfortunately, the Seahawks. We'll leave it at rookie because it's been a minute since I played. Advanced. Let's see what colors look like for home, away. What is our current? Ew, that's disgusting. We'll just stick with the regular uniform. So, sorry about the first like 5 or 6 minutes. Ran and gone. Charles. We'll do 415. We'll go ahead and, yeah. We'll do light rain for Seattle, because it's always raining up in Seattle, in my opinion. Like, I've never seen a game where it's not been raining in Seattle. The reason why I don't have no music on is because I'm not trying to get copyrighted straight.
Well, no trip to the Northwest would be complete without a little rain, and we've got a lot of rain falling right now at Lumen Field in downtown Seattle.
All right, see how many points we can put on the board with the rain.
Ready to put this one in the air, and off we go from Seattle.
Oh, this is gonna be a really good game. Oh.
And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33.
I'm not really wanting to pass through the rain. So we'll do a run. Oh, they read that play.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's 2nd down now.
He's like, who's my quarterback?
They'll fake the handoff. Now Smith.
I'm not trying to go 3 and out while recording. Oh, you gotta be. Well, that was a mistake.
Looking for Lockett, and it's intercepted.
Yeah.
Picked up by Amari Hooker.
All right.
The first carry now for Tony Pollard. take it inside the 25. Here's Rudolph.
Go down, boy.
Under pressure, and he'll go down. Back at the 26-yard line. Uchenna and Nwosu got the sack there.
Low to the left.
Here's Nick Folk now on for the field goal. On the right hash, it's a 43-yard attempt. Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked.
Damn.
Well, they're sending out an early memo that points are not going to be easy to come by in this one. A block here in the opening quarter. What a block it was.
I love how you talked about sending out a memo. I know of one special teams coach who leaves a note in the lockers of guys he wants on his special teams. A direct invitation to them. He wants them to have the pride in what they're doing. This group showed it right there. A big effect on this game.
Let's go for something like this, I guess. And hopefully I don't intercept it again.
Here's Walker to start the drive.
Right, not bad.
Big Sebastian Joseph Day there on the stop.
If you're a coach, you'll absolutely take that run every time on first down because it really sets you up to go in a number of directions here on second.
From the 38 now, here's second down and 5. They'll fake it. Now Smith. And that is incomplete. Nearly intercepted.
Yeah,
the free safety couldn't quite get his hands around it, and it brings up third down. Throwing now is Gino. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. He's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's first and 10 at the 34. Up the middle they run. It's Walker. And some strong running there as he's down just shy of the 20 on the edge of the red zone. Back to Walker on first down. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. 21 yards for Kenneth Walker. And the Seahawks take the blocked field goal and convert it into 6 points. Well, we've said it many times. He is always a threat to go the distance anytime he's got the ball in his hands. And on this occasion, he did just that.
Well, he's definitely the guy that makes this offense go. And when you're an RB1, running back one, you've got to be willing to be patient at times as well. Not every run's going to be the home run we saw there. But once you get that opportunity and that opening, you take full advantage.
And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away.
7-0. Let's try to keep him that way. Oh, we got a flag.
And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
Penalty. Sure.
They were trying to create some space to run. They created the penalty.
And you work on it so much. You work on it so hard. But it's tough to simulate game speed in practice. That often runs you into a penalty.
Pressure gets to him, and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line. Leonard Williams, the former number 6 overall pick, got the sack that time. Backed up now from their own 4 as they come up second down.
Did we do it, chat?
Rudolph looking to throw. It's in the end zone loose. It's loose, the ball bouncing around, and it's going to go out of the back of the end zone, so that is going to be a safety. He's trying to protect his quarterback's blind side. Got nabbed for the hold.
You have one job over there. Make sure that man does not get hit. So if you have to hold occasionally, do so because they don't get
fucking face mask, ref. Come on now.
And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. Now Smith and the Seahawks going to come up first and 10 at the 34. Hands it to Walker to begin the series. Walker able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 53 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start. Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. Walker now on first and 10. And he's up over midfield and down into Tennessee territory. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Looking for him. If he can get open, that would be great.
Play action. It's Smith. He lets it fly for Lockett. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
One thing that offensive guys stress when they throw the deep ball, you're just counting on your receiver to find it, adjust before the defensive back can get his head around. In this case, though, the DB matched it move for move and knocked it away.
Got my first
and
down.
he is going to have a Seahawks first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
That's all I really care about is getting that first down.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Trying to get Lockett to get open.
Now Smith. Catch is made by Metcalf. And they do get it down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal.
Direct snap. Let's go.
He is in for the Seattle touchdown. Kenneth Walker with his 2nd touchdown in this opening quarter as his guys are able to extend their lead. So 2 drives, 2 touchdowns here in this first quarter, and he's got both of them.
Well, he's certainly setting himself up for a big game here, and I think if the play caller doesn't get in his own way, they should keep riding him the entire way of this game. Until the defense proves they can stop him, that's what I would call.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And not willing to risk a return. This ball's going to come out to the 30-yard line. Out come the Titans now. Not only are they in search of their first score, they're in search of their first down in this ball game as they come up 1st and 10. They'll run with Pollard to begin the drive. The result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. Option play, here's Pollard.
Ooh,
and he'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1.
Holding. Oh, hell yeah, let's push him back.
Yeah, so they get that one, Charles, on the right tackle.
Yeah, oftentimes in that spot, you're trying to work against a defender, trying to set the edge in the running game, and you're trying to drive around and get your body twisted so that he can't get there. Sometimes your hands...
And the Seahawk defense gets to him, and they bring him down. Derek Hall in there that time to get him to the turf. Here is 3rd and quite a ways. Back to throw, Rudolph. Here's a screen now for Pollard.
And
he's going to be taken down. Plus, there's a penalty flag in the backfield. They may get 15 more on top of this. Ouch, you thought you had the defensive stand. Roughing the passer wipes it out.
What does every defense talk about? 3 and out, right? Thought they were able to get off the field. Not so.
Play action. It's Rudolph.
Oh. If 93 could have just turned around a little bit quicker, man. Man, fuck.
That one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist.
Perfect interception. Oh, the big guy.
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. And he's going to be brought down here in the backfield. So they will take the sack instead of the penalty.
And it takes another down off the series. But the biggest one of all, do you want to tell the guy who just got the sack that it no longer counts?
No.
No, not at all.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
Come on. Oh, what are you doing?
And he's going to go down again. Derek Hall. Now 2 sacks for him already here in this first quarter of play. 4th down, Ryan Stonehouse on to punt. Back deep is Jalen Darden. And And taken right at the 35.
Okay.
A 45-yard punt, 4 there on the return. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. Now Smith and the Seahawks going to come up 1st and 10 at the 40. They'll run with Walker to begin the drive. Evades the tackler, and now some space. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. 93 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot. Again, it's Walker. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Now a timeout called for by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Well, the best I can call, guys. Yeah, we're only 6 seconds away.
Gino now to throw. He'll fire one downfield for Fant. And this is caught inside the 5. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Jackson Smith and Jigba. 45 yards. And the Seahawks take a 3-touchdown lead. Now Myers for the extra point. And again, it's no good. A few boo birds coming out as he's missed his 2nd extra point here in the first half. 21-0 our score after 1. Second quarter now from Seattle, and it is the Seahawks with the football here. As they've got it as we resume action. Here's Myers now to kick it away.
Boom. Let's see if we can get a...
And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. The Titans now just about ready to take over. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on.
Oh, my God. Plus it's a flag.
Sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession.
It's against them,
but I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history
I like picking the match ones because they're like, for Madden 25, it's like
that's what they
perfect
could be
for some
facing
reason.
the next time they get the ball.
Over the middle, that's caught by Ridley.
Ooh, he got
smart. He'll get about 6 here before he is taken down rather rudely and abruptly.
Yeah, I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
Rudolph now to throw.
Get him.
Taken in. It's complete.
Oh, what the heck?
Still going. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. So following the holding call, what can they do here on 3rd and long?
Good call. I mean, I could have given it to him, but I decided not to.
Now it's Rudolph. Throw right side, caught by Ridley. And he'll go down after losing yardage at the 10. Here's Ryan Stonehouse now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. 46 on his first kick, this one in that neighborhood as well. And he'll take it on this side of midfield. A good return there, call it 13 yards. And the Seahawks will have great field position to start this drive. They take over on the short side of the field.
All right, see if we can answer this lead. If not, then yeah.
Up the middle, here's Walker.
Give me that
and
first down.
Good push up front, and he's able to navigate his way down inside the 30.
It's going to be one-on-one with Metcalf. I can tell it.
Now a play fake, and it's
Oh,
Smith.
what the?
Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a second down and 17.
Still
Now Gino. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown.
Yeah, see, that's why we don't do that.
DK Metcalf, 37 yards. And the Seahawks are able to widen their lead here in this first half. The point after through the raindrops, up and good. And that makes the score 28-0. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away.
Dealing with some stuff by Rowe. So, yeah.
And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. It hasn't gone particularly well for them. That's obvious. In these conditions, no points so far. They've got to get that offense on track. The question, how do they do it?
It is the age-old question, isn't it? And to me, finding a way to make sure your playmakers touch the ball without it being too exotic. Meaning you don't have to go deep down the field. Maybe you hit them on those short passes on the perimeter. Make sure you just turn around and hand it to your best runner and get out of the way. Don't cause any extra stress on your offense.
From the gun, here's Rudolph. And the pressure will get to him. He goes down. Now there is a flag on the play, but this looks like holding on the offense. So they'll decline the penalty there and go ahead and keep the yards lost on that last play.
Yeah, you know why? Because we can just sack him.
Rudolph looking to throw it. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And a nice job to break free of one tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after. The Titans on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This will be third and a mile. Now Rudolph.
Pick.
Oh, it's intercepted. He was trying to get it to Ridley. Picked up by Trey Brown. They had him back deep, got the interception, and now they start inside the 10.
Partner forgets starting inside the red zone. They're inside the green zone. From the 10-yard line in, a lot of teams call it that because that's the money zone. Get it into the end zone and make your cash.
They give him 5 that time as they draw a bit closer here for a second and goal. And he's across the chalk into the end zone. Touchdown, Seahawks. Ken Walker on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Seahawks are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. So his big first half continues. His 3rd touchdown already. We'll have to keep watch as this game goes along, how much they want to continue to ride him, because he could be on his way to a record-setting performance.
That's how you do it.
The extra point now coming from Myers.
Didn't know how to really do it, so there you go.
These have been no picnic for him so far. He's missed 2, but this one is good.
All right, let's see if we can hold them to 35-0 for the rest of the game.
And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away.
Get him.
And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Here's Tennessee ready to begin this drive offensively. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness. Maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature to go ahead and try and put some pressure on the defense.
On the draw, it's Pollard. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. 3rd down and 10. Out of the gun, Rudolph. Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense.
Well, this is getting ridiculous. 8 sacks now. That time multiple guys get to it.
Good.
Here's Ryan Stonehouse now as he's on to punt for Tennessee. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away.
I wonder why.
This is fielded at the 27.
Well, that ain't too bad, I guess. That will be 4
Here's Smith.
He'll let this go deep for Smith and Jigba.
And he's got it inside the 10. And all the way in. Touchdown, Seattle.
Jackson Smith and Jigba
with his second touchdown here in this first half.
And the Seahawks have taken a 6-touchdown lead.
Extra point up and through by Myers. And a route is on here in this first half.
The rest of this quarter, see what happens. You know, I will jump forward next quarter. Okay, and then you should. I got that down.
Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half.
Ooh, he got
And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
Out come the Titans now. They'll have it first on offense to start the third.
And they have a mountainous deficit looming in front of them. It was really, Charles, a disaster of a first half. So where do they go from here?
Well, first thing they have to remember is that what's done is done, and there's no going back. And now you have to play this drive by drive. Obviously, come back in this spot, pretty unlikely. But you still have to go out, take pride in your work, and try and put something together here in the second half.
The Titans getting set to go here to begin the third quarter. We'll see, Charles, if they had a chance to hit the reset button at halftime. They have not scored. They're facing this big deficit. And if they're going to come back, it's going to have to start right now.
Yeah, and for them, it's not dwelling in the negative because, yes, they were totally ineffective in the first half. But we've seen many games that have flipped around in the second half. It all starts with this drive right here. They get something good going, put some points on the board, they begin to have hope.
So the completion results there in 9 yards, and it'll be second down. Here's Rudolph.
Got his man, Okonkwo.
So he stopped for no gain. And they'll be facing a 3rd and 12.
We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a first down.
Rudolph.
He finds his man, Pollard.
And a good tackle there right around the 30. Stops him short of the first down. They do get 7 out of that, but not enough to prevent a 4th down.
And that's a play that's not uncommon on 3rd and long because the offense is just hoping that somehow they can get a guy in space and follow some blockers downfield. Does a pretty nice job there getting a few yards, but he ends up getting stopped before he can get the first down.
This is brought in at the 21.
What?
A nice punt, but a good run back as well of 13 yards.
And out will come the offense as they take over. Now we'll see what this Seahawks offense has in store with their first possession of the second
middle
half.
wide open.
They'll start this drive out on the ground.
Damn.
And he'll get this up to about the 40.
Okay.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
I kind of figured that.
Sticking with Walker on second down.
Nothing.
And he'll go down right around the 47 this time.
124 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
Smith.
Wide open.
And that is incomplete.
Well, yeah,
the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
Here's Smith.
And that is incomplete. Nearly intercepted. The free safety couldn't quite get his hands around it, and it brings up third down.
Those are the ones you dream of as defenders. I think if he gets eyes on the ball a little bit earlier, he might come away with it. Instead, it's going to wind up as just an incomplete pass.
He'll let this go deep for Smith and Jigba.
This is caught inside the 15. Good. And they're going to have this all the way down deep into Tennessee territory. The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's first and goal from just inside the 10. To throw is Smith. Toward the end
okay,
zone,
fucking pass interference, bro.
Incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead,
no, it was
a
fucking pass
well-timed
interference.
collision to jar that one free.
Sorry for language, too.
Straight ahead, Walker.
Get it
And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle.
Kenneth Walker. An 8-yard touchdown run. And the Seahawks extend their lead yet again.
Myers connects on the PAT. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away.
49-0. That does not shock me.
And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. Tennessee offense set to go again. But the disparity in this game, it just seems to grow with each possession here, Charles. They are really struggling. They have not put up a single point, and on the other side, the points keep piling up and up and up.
So you know the frustration level has to be rising, right? So they've got to find a way to quell that because otherwise they certainly won't get anything done in this one. Keep diving deeper into the offensive playbook. The bottom line is don't quit competing.
So after the sack, here's 2nd and 14. Here's Rudolph. He gets this one to Boyd. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. Well, there have been a ton of sacks. They were just trying to prevent another.
So what you're telling me is the conventional way has not really worked for them, huh?
Not at all.
Not all. So he tries to grab him here, and they still get caught.
They'll drop to throw. And he will find Ridley. That's complete. And he's going to lose yardage here back to the 14-yard line. Just a 1-yard loss that time, but that's not what they needed. Now they're dealing with a 3rd and long.
No shit, 3rd and 25.
Rudolph looking to throw. He's got a man complete.
There's a flag.
And they work this well upfield across the 45. That hold coming from the left side of the line.
Hands got caught in the cookie jar on that one, and the flag came out. Penalty against him.
Now on 3rd and forever, he'll look to throw. He's going to let it go again.
Pick.
And it's intercepted.
Picked off by Reek Woolen. And he'll be taken down, although there is a flag down. Will this stand? So the holding call on the offense, so they go ahead and decline that one and take possession of the football on the INT. Hand off here to Walker.
Damn. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
You're just reading my shit.
A shotgun snap for Smith.
He caught
he's
it,
got
didn't he?
Smith and Jigba.
And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. A good pick up there, 26 yards.
Good. Keeping the game moving.
Here's Walker.
And he'll work his way closer to the goal line as he's got 5 down to the 3. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal.
Walker. will take this into the end zone for a Seahawk touchdown. So it's a high five for that one. His 5th rushing touchdown of the game as he draws ever nearer to potentially making a run at an NFL record.
Extra point up and through by Myers. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away.
And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. The Titans getting set and ready to go here for their next drive.
And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
The Titans offense now, they get ready to do battle again here.
And really, Charles, not much of a surprise that they're losing. They just haven't been able to get much of anything going in the pass game. And as you well know, in today's NFL, if the passing game isn't working, usually not much else is working.
And he coughs up the football near his own goal line. And it looks like the offense did get the football back, but it is clearly in that end zone, and it's going to be a safety.
At this point, I think it's a surprise when he isn't close to being sacked on a passing down. The amount of times he's hit the deck today, I think a lot of us are reading safety before they even took the snap. Simply a merciless pass rush every step of the game, and that rush earns a crowning achievement there.
And the Seahawks get ready to trot out on the field.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the
it's wide open.
Inside the 25. And all the way in. Touchdown, Seattle. Tyler Lockett, 67 yards.
And the Seahawks get another 3rd quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. Boy, he has been fun to watch throwing the football in this one. It's certainly not fun for that defense, though, Charles. Now up to 4 touchdown passes in this ball game.
Yeah, we're supposed to be neutral, but I'm feeling their pain right now because he has absolutely carved up the secondary. A clinic on how to attack a defense and take them out of the game.
And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away.
And he won't quite make it to the 25.
And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field.
And now their hill to climb has gotten taller. They had the safety last time they had the football. That led to the touchdown a moment ago. So that deficit going in the wrong direction as they try to right the ship here. 1st and 10. A short throw taken in by Okonkwo.
Oh, yeah, this is back.
So apparently some grabbing of the jersey there on the O-line.
Yeah, just look in the interior.
Must be like their biggest fucking
penalty
penalty of the day is them fucking doing that.
Back to throw, Rudolph. And with
Another
a flag
flag.
down, he goes down. So they're able to sack him. Now the penalty looks like it could be holding. Let's find out.
Here's Tennessee ready to begin this drive offensively.
And the last time they had the football, they surrendered 2 points on the safety. They don't want to do that one again.
No, not at all. It's almost like a bases clearing double, isn't it? Give up a couple of runs.
Sure.
just messes things up for you offensively. But now they've got to go ahead, take it, set it aside, and move forward.
Bruh. You better hope to God you could throw a fucking blind missile down this field.
The tight end in motion right.
Pollard will take it up the gut.
Wise choice.
And a nice pickup as this one gets him to the 10-yard line. And that's a gain of 6 on the 1st down run.
He's had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete.
Down several scores and playing behind the chains is not the way to have success in this one. Right now, if you're the offensive line, your big concern, protecting your quarterback and even a chance to try and throw something downfield to pick up the needed yardage.
He'll look to throw.
Yeah, a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete. Here's Ryan Stonehouse now,
as they're forced to kick for the 6th time today. Taking on the midfield logo.
And that will be the
3 quarters have come and gone. This is the National Football League on EA Sports.
Damn, that's crazy.
Back now in Seattle, Washington. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair.
Yeah, I would say so. Something.
Smith. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Well,
Carter, you and I have struggled with this for years. You've got the lead. Just take care of the football and burn some of that clock. But there's something to be said for not taking your foot off the gas as well, because you can never have too big of a cushion. That one, though, falls incomplete.
Oh. Got it.
And he is in for the
Not even 9
touchdown.
seconds into the quarter. I'm already scored.
Ken Walker.
That's
26
crazy.
yards.
And the Seahawks continue to run up the score. They lead it big here in the 4th.
Now Myers for the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead.
I don't like the new NFL kickoff. NFL, you do watch some of these
And
games
after the
and stuff
touchdown,
like
here's
that.
Myers to boot it
Just put
away.
it back to the way it was.
And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. The Titans set and ready to go on offense.
Let's see if we can get an interception.
Well, I hate to say it, but at this
or
point, I don't really know that they're
fumble.
playing to win with this deficit in the 4th quarter. They're just trying to erase that 0 on the scoreboard, Charles, and get some type of momentum to carry into the film section tomorrow.
If you get any type of points on the board, it'll count as a moral victory, although no one will talk about that in the post-game press conference. That's not something you mentioned in the NFL. And this loss, it already stings and will for a while. But everyone on that offense knows it'll sting a lot worse if they don't put some points up on the board.
Holding.
And the Seahawk defense gets to him and they bring him down. Ochena Nwosu. My goodness, make that now 5 sacks for him in this ball game. Really turning in an incredible performance. The Titans on 3rd down. Not getting the job done at all. A very poor 1 for 10. This is going to be 3rd and 13.
Pick.
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time.
Picked off by Reek Woolen.
And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. The Seahawks offense now, they get ready to come back onto the field.
And after the interception,
That
they are
was
sitting in an
too
even better
clean.
spot with the ball and a comfortable 4th quarter lead. 1st and 10, and kind of tipping their hand at running the ball. 3 tight ends are out there.
They'll give it up to the big man Walker. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. Now, I think we can get used to seeing more of that in this 4th quarter, especially if they're having success on the ground like they did there.
Yeah, I think back when we met with the head coach in preseason, and all he talked about was building a bully. And I think it was this situation he was envisioning. Trying to ice a game, plenty of time left, but being able to get the ball to his big runner and pound away and try and finish off a game.
They run again with Walker.
He's in.
And he will take this one in for the Seattle touchdown.
Kenneth Walker taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Seahawks take the interception on defense and convert it into 6 points. Yet another touchdown run for him, and this one is going to put his name in the NFL record books. He's now set the new bar for most rushing touchdowns in a single game. And able to get this out to the 25.
And the Titans getting set to go.
Let's do it again.
And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And, okay, all right, I'm being facetious here. But you get points. You feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8.
Yeah.
Well, that frustration, Charles, it's been building on the defensive side of the ball, and unfortunately there, it turns into a roughing the passer penalty.
Yeah, and they should be frustrated because he's picked them apart the entire game, but it's got to come out in a different way. You can't hit him illegally. Stop him downfield the way you're supposed to.
And he's taken down at the 50 after a short gain of 2.
Roughing the passer.
Well, that flag puts them on their heels a little bit more defensively as the officials walk it upfield.
Yeah, and they can blame the officials all they want, but bottom line, it's their own fault because, to me, that was an avoidable call. Stay focused and avoid major mistakes like that.
And he will be hit from behind and run over. Wow. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19.
Sounds a little sleepy.
Shotgun snap for Rudolph.
Open man, Westbrook-Ikhine.
Good.
They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
Barney sold the go route really well. Thought he was going deep, then curled it back inside for a nice completion.
DBs love when they pump the brakes, don't they?
Yeah, that's really a whole lot of fun. It's almost like you said, listen, if you're going to sell the go, just go. Well, let's see who's faster.
Oh, my God.
And this will be broken up and incomplete. Now a penalty flag down, and they may be going backward here. And this 3rd down looking very tough after the holding penalty. 3rd and long.
Who the fuck is this in Justin Bieber?
Looking to throw. Airing it out, looking for Ridley.
Pick that.
And this one incomplete. And another throw that really could have been, maybe should have been intercepted. That would have been number 4. Instead, it's 4th down.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback. The Seattle now ready to march onto the field.
Well, they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard, but they've scored on 3 consecutive possessions, 3 consecutive drives, and I'm sure that they would like to keep that streak going here and continuing to pour it on.
And things have gotten that way in the NFL, haven't they, partner? Because in the old days, people would, they'd get off the gas a little bit, right? But now, people continue to accelerate. But we'll see what they decide to do as they come out for this one. But the way this game has gone, they've got to be awfully happy with their execution overall.
Man, 220 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. Walker with another carry.
Cut it back.
And this will be a Seahawks first down as the tackle made at about the 43-yard line.
All we're doing is just chewing the clock. You know what, the clock kind of run down a little bit.
Out of the gun, Walker with it. And we're down to the 41.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
It'll be a gain of 5, but still about 3 yards shy of the first down marker, and now it's 3rd down.
I couldn't even get it all. Did I really get the nope. I don't run RPOs ever.
Off of play action. Here's Smith.
Rifles one, that's going to be intercepted.
And they will finally get him as he's all the way down near the 40-yard line. The Titan offense now working their way back onto the field.
I'm going to do that.
We said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And partner,
they
do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Rudolph now to throw. Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense.
Good.
Uchenna Nwosu in there to get him again. That is sack number 6. One off the NFL record of 7. After the sack, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's 2nd and a country mile. Now it's Rudolph. Under pressure, and they got to him again. Uchenna Nwosu in there for the 7th time in this game alone, and that ties him with a late Derek Thomas for the most sacks ever in a single game.
Though certainly in a pickle here. They have a mile to go to try to pick up the first. We'll see what they've drawn up.
Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. So instead of giving them another 3rd down, they'll decline it, brings up 4.
Now that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
Taking it about the 36.
A pretty good punt there, but also a nice return of 12 yards. And they will take over 1st and 10.
And then we'll head special teams.
Here's Walker to start the drive.
Good move.
Good
Muscles
juke.
him
Good
off.
juke. Good juke.
And he's got some space here.
You know what? Why not go for a late
And
fourth
they are
quarter
going to
touchdown?
score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
I know I should keep the focus and the spotlight on the hero that just scored, but tackling's been an issue for this defense all game long. I can't set that aside. We just saw it again here. Missed tackles leads to his long touchdown run.
Myers connects on the PAT, and this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead.
Hopefully this processes and goes.
And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away.
Not edit it, I guess.
And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line.
And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field.
Well, CD, it's all window dressing at this point. I mean, the best they can do is in the game with a nice drive to maybe build some momentum to move forward into their next contest.
Yeah, with how lopsided this game has been, even one score might not do a lot of cosmetic good on the scoreboard, partner, because it's just about looking forward at this point. Get a touchdown here, give yourself some positive momentum and reps to focus on when you get back to practice in the next couple of days.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. Rudolph loses the football. It's out.
One of the linebackers has got it.
And they've got the
here
football.
we go.
They're already
Can we
knocking
score
on the
again?
door inside the 5 at the 4-yard line.
This was like 86 to 86.
From the gun, it's Walker.
And he gets halfway there from the 4 to the 2 on a gain of 2. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal.
Right
Again,
up the
Walker.
middle.
And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
I'd have to
Extra point up and through by Myers. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead.
I can't believe it's 93.
And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away.
Challenge.
And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Out come the Titans now. They have a little bit of time left here, but this one not going to go their way.
And this is where, in this situation for me, you just go ahead and run out the clock, shake hands, congratulations, and move on. Because now, you're not going to make up for what's happened during the game in this last sequence.
We'll see what they do here in this last sequence.
Right here. Last 22
Second and 10.
Come on. Let's get a pick. Let's get in our pick 6.
They'll look to throw here. Dancing to his left.
Nope. We'll take him.
He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at third down. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. They'll set up to throw.
Here's a screen now for Pollard.
And he is going to lose yardage here.
We're going to go ahead and say
Well, they completed the pass but lost yardage, so they'll decline the penalty.
I get the ball back.
Perfect play for them, isn't it? Who needs a penalty when you try and throw the ball, you don't even get it downfield, and they go ahead and snuff out the play. They'll take that as a result.
And take it right on the 30.
And that's game.
Charles, when you look at the stat sheet, you realize that both sides of the ball were so dominant in this game. And on offense, not only did they score it, but they did it through the air as well as on the ground. Everything was working.
And you know that the guys who scored the touchdowns, who contributed that way, that threw them or ran them, they're going to find our cameras and have a big grin for them. But I hope our cameras find that offensive line. How versatile were they? Move the ball on the ground, move people so they could run it, and then protected their passers so they could throw it.
55 didn't
So that'll just
there,
about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com.
This here, so
it's a win for the Seahawks here as we say so long from Seattle.
I scored 21 in the 3 first quarters, and I scored 28 in the last quarter. That's crazy. How I dominated the Tennessee Titans, Seattle Seahawks. That bad. 9 touchdown yards. That's averaging 9.5 rushing. What was my rushing yards? 295 what it looks? Yeah. That ain't bad. Pass yards 320. My pass per yards was 18.4. They only had 2 turnovers. I had 1. Or no, they had 4. Interceptions, they had 3. I had 2. Kick returns, that many. Punt returns, or kick returns, actually. Total yards, 73. Punts, 45.2. Penalties, we had a few penalties. Possession time, they had way more than us, but at the same time. Well, that was a good game. Hope everybody enjoys this stream, because I'm gonna go find me something to eat, and then I'm gonna go lay down after I, of course, get this all up and going again. But I do appreciate everybody watching the streams and everything on YouTube. I hope this blows up. That'd be great. But yeah, I will see y'all in the next one. Peace out, y'all.